What is the meaning of life? It's a question everyone wonders, yet people say it cannot be answered. This is false, for there are infinite answers. I'm not so sorry to say that there is no God, no fate, no destiny, there is no afterlife, no reincarnation, no eternal peace at the end of our short existence. To most people, the fact that there is no God, that there is no path for each of us, is a scary thought and a far more terrifying world to live in. But I'm here to coerce you over to the other side. I'm here to tell you that the future is bright when it's in the hands of bright minds. We create our own path, only we decide what we do with our life. It's a notepad that we created, so therefore it's only as big as we can imagine it. Since life is infinite, then so is its potential. The meaning is whatever we interpret it to be. In my time, I'm going to focus on three things. I know they're all worn out subjects, but they are recent examples of ignorance that plagued us all since we created them. First, George and Trayvon. This kid should not have died, but he was a victim of racism that plagued George's decisions. He may have been doing something wrong, but he was not punished commensurately. There are no differences under our skin. We all hold equal potential, and color is no factor in how we learn and progress. We are all able to be great, so therefore we all have an obligation to be great. Racism is an all-way street, though. It is not designated to the white man. There have been backlashes from this case, and I've heard people antagonizing a race war. Do not stoop to the level of idiocy. There is no excuse for stupidity. You cannot solve violence with violence. The only way to obtain peace is to do so peacefully. This leads me to Syria. This is a simple question of morality. Personally, I don't wish death on anyone, but I understand that death happens and has to happen. Don't ask yourself if you're ready for death. Know that death may approach at any moment, and ask yourself what you're willing to die for. If immorality is plaguing a region, we have a moral obligation to help those in need. Only a coward would stand by and watch as a person murders an innocent because they are afraid they may get hurt. The who is courageous would do what they could to help the one in need. Questions of morality run wild throughout our history, but the answers are never as deep as the questions. Is it right to take away our rights? This should be an easy question to answer, yet it gets more difficult as the cage around my freedom starts getting smaller and smaller. We all have the right to have a weapon to protect ourselves if the need arises, but your abilities decide what kind of weapon that is. If you can't handle a gun properly, you don't deserve to use one. There are alternatives, though, like a machete. Included in the rights we have a right to is voting. We are all equal, so all of our opinions should be considered. Come on, people. Last I checked, the age of enlightenment was long over. This is an age of intelligence, so let it reign. We opened our eyes then, so now let's open our minds. Look how far we've come, and we've been fighting tooth and nail the whole way. Imagine how far we can go if we were all working together, pushing towards the same goal. Our elders are the ones who teach us what's right and wrong, but look where it's leading us. It is time we take control of our future instead of letting others guide us through it. The future is in the hands of the youth and will always remain so. It is time we mature as a species and quit the barbarics of stupidity. The world is ours to form, so let us mold a masterpiece.